Hello and welcome to my channel. My hook is a 4mm and we begin with a slip knot and now we chain. I will chain 18. I have my 18 chains. Now we're gonna skip the first chain to the second chain. We make a single crochet, and now in each chain single crochet. Go to the next one and we make a single crochet, and to the next chain the same single crochet, and into the next one. For row 2 we chain 2, 1 and 2, we turn. Now yarn over, we skip the first stitch to the next one, we go in both loops, we grab the yarn and we make a long loop like this, and now we yarn over. I go with my finger to keep the loops to be the same on my hook, and we need to go to the stitch we skipped in both loops, grab the yarn and we pull through another long loop. Now we grab the yarn and pull through the loops. Now we yarn over and we move to the next stitch, both loops, grab the yarn, make a long loop like this, and now we need to go back to the previous one. We yarn over and then we go right here in both loops, grab the yarn and make a long loop. And now grab the yarn and pull through the loops. First we go right here and then we go to this stitch. Yarn over, go to the next stitch, which is this one, make a long loop, then we go to this one right here and make a long loop, and then grab the yarn and pull through the loops, and we repeat in each stitch. Yarn over, go in both loops, make a long loop, yarn over, go back to the stitch and make a long loop, then grab the yarn and pull through the loops. To the last stitch, gonna make a half double crochet, because the 2 chains we begin, we count them like a half double crochet, so we're gonna finish with a half double crochet. Yarn over, go in both loops from the last stitch and make a half double crochet. Now we chain 2, 1 and 2, we turn and we repeat. the row. Yarn over, we skip the first stitch to the next stitch, both loops, grab the yarn and make a long loop, and now we need to go to the stitch we skipped, so yarn over, and we go to the stitch we skipped, both loops, and make a long loop, and now we grab the yarn and pull through the loops. And we go to the next stitch, both loops, and go back to this stitch with a long loop, grab the yarn and pull through the loops. And again we're gonna yarn over to the next stitch in both loops, grab the yarn, make a long loop, and then we need to yarn over and go to the stitch, which is this one. That's the spot, both loops, and make a long loop, then grab the yarn and pull through, and we repeat to the next stitch, long loop, then we go back to the stitch right there and make another long loop, and we pull through all the loops. And again, it's just one row repeat all the time. Goes very fast. And now to the stitch right here, we're gonna go in the 2 loops right here, because if we see here we have 1 chain and 2 chains. They are the 2 chains, and then we make a long loop, and we need to go, we yarn over and we go to the stitch right there and make a half double crochet. Now to the second chain we go with a half double crochet. This is the second, this is the first, this is the second, and we grab the yarn and make a half double crochet. Now we chain 2, we turn, yarn over, this is the first stitch, this is the second, so we go to the second stitch with a long loop, then we go to the first stitch and make a long loop, grab the yarn and pull through, yarn over to the next stitch, long loop, and the stitch behind, and pull through. So it's the same way. And again right here we have the 2 chains, then we have the loops right here, so we go in both loops, grab the yarn, make a long loop, now we go to this stitch, so yarn over and go back to the stitch and grab the yarn and pull through, and now we need to go to the second chain with a half double crochet, and we repeat this row all over again.